What's up, guys? Happy Monday. All right. So, what do we got tonight? We got a ton of books. So, most of the new releases that are not from last week are back on here. We'll do one more pass. And my favorite, of course, what was it? Florida Hippopotamus Cocaine Massacre #1, still here. But I brought back all the sketch covers from last week or last Wednesday, and we're doing a special sale. All sketch covers are going to be 45, 2 for 40. All right, I got to move some of these sketch covers, or otherwise I got to listen to Mariano complain. So nobody wants that. So then we have the new Dynamite books. What's out this week? Let's take a look. Hold on one second. Page skipping together. All right, so we got Vampirella #1 is out on Wednesday. Thundercats and Silverhawks also out on Wednesday. Let's see what else we got. DuckTales #12 is out. All right, I think that is it. That is it for Dynamite End. All right, so here we go. Marcus, I don't think so. All right, hang out. John is here, but he's kissing babies, shaking hands out front. So he should be in when we come back. All right, so hang out. We'll be right back. All right, so Robbie, do I sound all right now?
I don't know. The mic doesn't sound like it's picking up as good as it usually does.
Let me see what's going on.
Tap the mic again. It will fix it. How's everybody doing? Welcome to the EXP. Welcome to Comic Collectibles with Rex and John and me and Jay as well. Jay's still here.
Yeah, but I think Rex accidentally muted himself.
Looks like it's muted on StreamYard though, right?
Let me see. Hold on. There it goes.
Can you hear me now?
You're good now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Sound better?
Robbie's going to spend
Worse?
the next 10 minutes tapping his headphones going.
Yeah, we hit it too hard. You're right. Weird. All right. So
Hey, everybody.
So Robbie had a good weekend. How about you, John? What'd you do?
Kind of what I do every other weekend.
And what's that?
This weekend, I got the pleasure of introducing a friend to Marvel's Hit Monkey. He's a longtime Marvel Comics fan who'd never heard of Hit Monkey. I told him how it sort of, had a moment some years back. Then Hulu did its the cartoon or whatever. Had never seen it. Had never heard of it. He's like, oh, come on, man. I don't want to see a monkey cartoon. Like 15 minutes into it, he's like, you have to start making coffee. We're staying up all night to watch this. So literally we stayed up all night last night watching season 1. We'll watch season 2 when I go down.
Holy crap. I'm too old for that kind of thing.
No, it was you know what? Well, keep in mind too, we get up at noon.
Well, that's a good point.
I'm very much almost like on Nick time if I'm not home with my wife. You know what I mean? If I don't have that, let's get up and do stuff. Yeah, that's great. I'm old. I've done stuff before. I'm good, thanks. We stay up late. We get up late.
So
yeah, Jay, he does. He's the voice of Bryce, who Hit Monkey is like 1 or 2 clicks harder down the dial than Archer. For people, Archer is built more for humor. Hit Monkey is built for body count. And I got to tell you right now, you're watching this thing in the middle of the night, one Irish coffee after another. It's a good time.
Sounds like a pretty good slumber party, John. Did y'all get in a pillow fight too?
No, man.
No, but they were
too much energy.
alert drunk.
It got cold because we were watching it in his covered. We were watching his covered, kind of like covered deck area.
Right.
And the shore, first of all, the shore was just colder than it was here.
Mm.
People were still like, woohoo, it's 75 degrees in South Jersey. And I'm like, not where I am.
No, it was cold.
According to the thermometer on his deck, it's 49, and we are done for the day.
So
and correct
I was
me if
out
I'm
both
wrong,
days.
but Hitmonkey debuted in, I think, Daniel Way's Deadpool run, right?
Yes.
Word. That's an underappreciated Deadpool run, y'all, honestly.
No, I mean, that's not only is that a really good point, but people don't realize that sometimes they just see something on a cartoon, right?
Right.
They don't realize that Hitmonkey has like a whole, before, I mean, I'm trying to remember. I think that cartoon came out in 2017, maybe. It's got to be easily 7, 8, 9 years old.
I've never seen it. So
It's very interesting, too, because he was just like, it was a bit, right? And that Deadpool run, and then Daniel did like a 3-issue miniseries, and maybe they did another one. And it's odd out of everything that's something that would work in an animated series for Marvel. I mean, it makes sense in hindsight, but it is odd sometimes when you see the success of Hitmonkey as a character or Jeff the Land Shark as a character, right?
See, Jeff the Land Shark, I understand, man. I can't. One of the reasons I have Marvel Unlimited is for Marvel Infinity Comics. I love Marvel Meows. I like the dogs. I like the monkeys. Whatever Marvel does with like animals and stuff like that stuff really cracks me up. I'm sort of happy. I'm sort of happy with that.
yeah, Preston.
Well, I just got here and I saw Mariano and we were having our weekly discussion about, please stop failing me and giving me sketch covers that I want and not Wolverine and Batman for like the millionth time. And I mentioned Hitmonkey. Mariano is not familiar with Hitmonkey.
He's an older guy,
So I think he's only a year older than I am. But
So you just introduced him to Hitmonkey is what you're saying.
Yeah, so I told him,
All right,
I said,
that means we're about to get 10 Hitmonkey sketch covers coming in over the next couple of months.
The first thing I told him was to have Siri message Joe Del Beato so he can start. We'll need to see his first passes on Hitmonkey.
So for an old guy using an iPhone 4, he uses Siri a lot. And we all have to hear him talking to his phone.
He does not have an iPhone 4. Do they even still work?
I have no idea. I joke. I don't know what it is, but it is definitely single digits still.
Hey, it's one of those old school Nokias, right? He's actually playing Snake. He's not actually using Siri. He's just playing Snake.
He picked up a Nokia and said, Siri, remind me of my appointment. And then he's upset when Siri doesn't remind him because he's on a Nokia. So, Robbie, that's a great bit.
I can imagine. You imagine that as a bit in like a show or a movie or something. Like somebody's got an old, outdated phone, but they act like it's the newest thing, and they're like talking to it and stuff.
I feel like we need a modification of that meme with like the nurse and come on, Grandpa, put the BlackBerry down, like wheeling him over it.
But I love the QWERTY touch board.
Oh man!
So
but no, he. So yeah, I said to him, I said, "Hey, look, man, check it out." I told him, so he went the thing. I said, "It's on Hulu. It's still on Hulu."
Right.
I think I might be wrong, but I think that was like a Hulu original when Disney bought Hulu, or however that worked. I mean, it was at least 8 years ago, possibly 10 years ago.
So it was nicer here on Saturday. So I was outside all weekend. So I had a tournament to work, and my team was playing in it. It was warm on Saturday during the day. The morning was kind of chilly, but Sunday was a hot mess, man. Yesterday was a hot mess. Well, not hot, but it was cold. It was rainy. Temperature kept dropping. It was awful.
Well, that was the thing. Down the shore, I'm down the shore and saying, my wife messaged me. She goes, "It's a beautiful day. I'm out here in the garden." And I'm looking at her, and she's got her garden hat on, and she's got, like she's got the red in the face,
Right.
and meanwhile, I'm down the shore, and it's overcast. I'll put it that way. I don't want to totally bash the shore. It's overcast.
Right.
And we're there, and I have shorts on, but the rest is like, I got a hoodie. And we're sort of sitting out on his deck, and we had made the plans that we were going to sit out there on the deck and drink and barbecue or whatever. So, like, we won't not do that. Like, even though the fact that we're freezing cold or whatever.
Yeah, it had to be cold down that
It
way.
was, we had a blast, but it was not the weather that you guys had here.
Sunday was miserable. I mean, it rained, not enough to cancel the tournament, but enough to make it miserable. Everyone was wet, periods of moderate rain. My team played awful as usual. I think this team it broke me. I think I may be done after this year. They are just so. Luckily, none of them watch this show, and nor do their parents. But
thank you, Jay.
I knew it was going to be bad because I know this tournament. All right, and it gets good teams in it. And we were helpless. I mean, they were just smashing us.
There was a time you enjoyed coaching softball.
Yes.
That time has passed.
Yes, it certainly has.
Just like there was a time where I could squeeze into like a 2XL hockey.
Yeah, but here's the problem.
That time has.
Here's the problem, right? So I coach with another guy, and he has a kid on the team. So his daughter is also helping us coach, but she plays at Rutgers Camden. So she's in the middle of her season, so she can't make a lot. So I'm not going to ban this guy, just leave him in the lurch with no help. So I have to stick it out at minimum until the beginning of the summer. So now we're talking about into end of May, June.
Dude, Rex is going to pull a Brock Lesnar towards the end of this season, and he's just going to take his hat, his gloves, and his boots off and leave him in the middle of the field and just walk off.
I'm here, and this is like a setup for like a walk.
Yeah, you have to understand. Man. So I talk about these things because you don't know anybody in that world. Everyone in the group, Robbie, John. So it's a separate world from this. All right. But it's become, when I was coaching with my daughter, it was fun. It was fun. And I yelled and I would get on them, but it was fun because you could see the success that came from it. All right. Again, one of my couple of proudest moments, it was the last year we were coaching together. And at this point, they were first year 14U. And we brought them to a point where we were playing. Yeah, I wish, Corey, but I same technique, same coaching technique I've always used. But I got to tell you,
you see that? Let me interrupt you for a second. Lorena just said it too. Hello, by the way. She just said it. Absolute Martian Manhunter is an awesome read.
Cool.
That book,
it is a great day to read Absolute Martian Manhunter, by the way. You're right, Lorena.
I got to tell you right now, yeah, there's that for sure. But I was not the biggest fan, and I'm still not the biggest fan of the absolute versions of characters like Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman.
Well, you don't like Batman anyway.
I'm glad they're selling. My liking of Batman is very particular. The further you get away from animated adventures, the less I like it. Absolute Batman is like, if there's a graph, right? Like here's animated series, and way over here is like Absolute Batman. But I picked it up, I read it, I loved it. I'm like, where's this book been my whole life? It's amazing.
Marcus, you're cracking me up. Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way in youth sports. So I don't know what it is. So I use the same technique I use with the other team. And I got to tell you, the last year, we had finally reached a point. I wish my daughter didn't quit for a lot of different reasons, but I can't blame her. But we had gotten that team to a point where we were playing up. We were playing way better competition than maybe our talent, our skills.
Trade your players.
Yeah, can't do that either.
You want to have Marcus on speed dial when you're in the dugout. Yeah.
We had gotten them to a point. We went down to Florida. We went down to Space Coast. Kids got to play in the big stadium with the big jumbotron. They could see their names. They could see their picks. The parents were thrilled. And we played in what's called an open, 14U open. And that is they can't just say it's A, but they call it open. But most of the teams are minimum A. A couple of Bs that are maybe misclassified to join in. We battled teams that were superior to us, better pitching, bigger kids, better hitting. And we managed to fight our way and end up third in a very big competition against Southern teams, which are known to be good.
And then your drinking caught up to you and the team went downhill?
Well, no. I'll tell you what happened. So then Chief
that's
went.
a different movie.
So then I had the 1 year last year where I was coaching 18 and 14s or 12s, and then came back to this one, the 12s. The 18s found a new coach. They split the team up. And I cannot get any movement on this team. I don't know if it's talent, it's attitude, it's just, I don't know what it is. I've had my daughter come out and help, and she said the same thing. She goes, I don't know what you're going to do, Dad. Okay. It's brutal. I hate this losing. It's not just, I don't have to win. One of the proudest games I ever had, we went to Connecticut, Hartford area, played the Rhode Island Thunder. Very, very good organization. Very, very good team. Lights out pitcher, great hitting. And we lost them both times, but only by a run or two. So the scores were like 3-2, or I think the first game was 4-2, 4-3. So we didn't lose by a lot, and we should have lost by a lot. This team, as the other coach said, we've never met a team we couldn't lose to with this team. This team is just straight up, I don't know what it is. And it's frustrating. I walk out of these weekends and it's really demoralizing. It's kind of depressing. Okay. And then we played early and I had to sit there and basically be there the whole day through the rain, through the wind. It was miserable. So the only good thing was the championship game, which wasn't my team in it. But the two teams, the sun broke out. It was about 3:30 yesterday, and the sun finally came out. It was still cold and windy, but at least they got because both teams, they deserve my compliments for putting up with that and battling through that, because there is nothing more miserable than playing in the rain, the wind, and the cold. Because we've done it before, and I got to tell you, these girls, they battled all the way. And when you get to that point in the tournament, it's pretty much not who is the most talented team, but who has the most left in the tank, who has the most gumption to just. Yeah, Marcus, to be honest with you, this is probably my last year coaching. Yeah, I'm going to help this guy out to the end, and I may give it up because this has just been too depressing.
How long have you been coaching? Is it since your daughter was playing, like when she was a kid, or
no?
Longer?
It's kind of weird. There was a break, so I coached my daughter until 12U, first year 12s. Then I stopped because I saw what was happening. Number one, she wasn't listening to me anymore, and number two, you get two kinds of parent coaches. All right, one that plays what they call daddy ball. And your kid always bats first. Your kid always gets a primo spot. Your kid never sits, right? Even though their skill and talent may not warrant that. Then you have the other dad, which I was, where you're too hard on your kid, where you yell only at your kid. Okay. And then, I was afraid I was going to burn her out by doing that.
You're going to die alone if you yelled at your kid like that.
Well, here's the thing. I also believe for her, it was the best thing, not because I didn't want to coach her, but what are you going to do when your dad's a coach? Is your dad going to cut you? No. Okay.
And definitely, how does it help your self-esteem when your dad's yelling at you? You're going to die alone if you don't listen to me and get in front of those ground balls.
It's a good point. But more than that, the kid has to have something chasing her. You know what I'm saying? Has to know that you could get cut if you don't perform.
Yeah. And
you can't do that when your dad's a coach. So I did not coach again from 12 all the way. Obviously, I didn't coach her in college, all the way through. I let somebody else do the job. And then after she was done with her college career, they called the head of the organization, the Mystics, called us, and he needed a coach. So he asked about my daughter, asked if I wanted to do it. So we went back into coaching, and we coached together for 4 years, and it was awesome. It really was. And we got to see, I don't know, even the worst player on that team, I watched her get better and better. And it's the one thing I'm missing. She was an anomaly. We took her because we saw the attitude and just the desire to be better. But straight up on talent, We probably should have cut her, but I'm glad we didn't. Okay. She was wonderful. She's so smart. The kid was so smart, so mature. She was like a stabilizing factor on the team. But she was the anomaly. She was one person, the rest filled with talent. This team, no talent. I have a handful of girls who have talent, okay? And maybe, but one of the girls who has the most talent has the worst attitude, still crying when things go wrong.
Does she have an agent that you have to go through?
Oh my God. Every parent's an agent.
Let me just tell you real quick.
Mm.
Kids need to be smarter. I'm not saying I invented this move, but inadvertently, it's all about leverage. I really wanted to play Pop Warner, and my dad decided to be a Pop Warner coach, but I had to wait, and I had to wait till I was old enough, right? 12 years, or I'm 11. I think 11 or 12 was finally I get in. I get on the field. I'm lazy. I was good at exactly one sport, and it was wrestling. Team sports were never my thing.
Right.
My dad tells me, look, you're going to have your summer free because you didn't make the team. But you're still going to have to get up early in the morning and help me and all this other stuff. Of course, I was upset. Who do you think was the first person I called?
Mom.
No, his mother. I called my grandmother and told her that her son had bounced me off the team, and I did the fake tears, and that was the first year I got to spend down the shore without my parents.
She said, "Come on and stay with me,
my
son."
My grandmother got in her car and drove from Barnegat Light to where we were living, and said, "Look." She got there. She looked at my mom, and she brought her a cake or something. She looked at me and she said, "Go pack your things. Pack your summer bag." She goes down the basement to where my dad ran his business and everything else. The last thing I heard was, "John Cole, I want to talk to you." Slam. And I grabbed the dog, and I grabbed his bag, and I grabbed my bag, and we were out. 2 days I'm gone before my mother realizes I'm staying with my grandmother for the summer. 2 days.
That's a good story.
My mom's like, "What's happening?" My dad comes up the stairs and says, "I got yelled at." Next year, my dad didn't coach anymore. That's how bad his mother yelled at him. And to be honest with you, I loved my grandmother. She looked like a prison guard in like a Nazi women's prison that got old. She was severe. She was just, no. And my dad just yelled at her as I'm throwing things into my bag, every comic I can find. And my mom's like, "What's happening? I'm slicing the cake." We didn't eat the cake. Toddled right back down to my grandmother's car, put the dog in the backpack in the station wagon. How old this story is? The window in the back had a crank.
There we go. So
just so you know, there's ways to deal with coaching a kid. One of them is making sure they don't have their grandmother's number.
I had to break this to you, John. It's changed. Okay. So it costs so much.
Yeah.
That
you've told me that before.
Parents have this expectation to pay to play. So I don't really deal with the parents. I've made them all afraid of me. So they don't talk to me. So it's the other coach who has to deal with that headache. But it's more than that. Something has changed. Something about this team. I tell them something and they nod, and then they go out and do the exact opposite of what I told them. And that's when I lose my temper. Then I'm yelling. Okay, we had this one play. Runner on first. She steals. The batter squares up the bunt. My shortstop runs the backup third. There's no one at two. My catcher throws into open space. And I am losing my mind. I'm like, "What are you doing at third? There's no one at second. Your job, your shortstop. You cover two on the steal." She goes, "Well, we always practice. I back up third." I said, "Do you watch football on TV? Or not football. Do you watch college softball on TV? Come on." "No, Marcus, we've been over that time and time again." I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know if the team is just not bright. I don't know what it is, but I am done. I cannot deal with the weekends where we get our butts handed to us like we did. It's demoralizing. You know, I don't mind if we lose as long as you do what you're supposed to do. Because look, there's certain things that are outside of your control. Okay, they can pop one up into dead territory. Sometimes you hit it a line drive right to the opposing player. There are things that you cannot control. As long as you do what you're supposed to do, we're in good shape. Okay, I have no problem with that. But when you don't, after all this time, you still don't know where to go. I got outfielders standing around, not covering open bases. That makes me madder than anything else. I see an open base and somebody's not covering. You've got a problem with me. Okay, because that's lesson number one. There are 9 people in the field playing defense. When the ball's put in play, if you find yourself standing around doing nothing, you are doing it wrong. There's always somewhere to be. Covering something. Okay, backing up. Corey, I can load the bat with TNT. It won't do you any good if you can't put the bat on the ball. So, to me, it's just not even worth the effort. It's not. I had one girl who.
Well, this will.
No, listen to this. No, wait, listen to this. I had one girl who, in 0.1 inning, okay, walked 6 straight batters. This girl and her dad tells me she has 5 pitches. Oh, I got a fastball, a curve, a drop, a rise. I'm like, a high fastball. I go, what's the difference between a high fastball and a riser? She goes, well, my grip. Okay, after that game, I went to her. I said, you don't have 5 pitches. You have 2. A ball and a strike, and you're throwing more balls than strikes this game. Okay, they quit. Then they quit out that after that Monday. Called the head of the organization.
By angry parents?
For what?
You're
for telling kids the truth? Well, hey, play rec, and they'll give you a participation trophy.
Well, maybe it's time to take our break and let Rex's blood pressure return to somewhat normal for
I have pills for that.
And we'll be back in a minute.
Yeah, sounds good. Hang out.
We'll be back.
Sure, comic books are beautiful, but underneath, there's something more authentic and exciting. The original art. See the pencils, the lines, the shading, as if you were there in the studio watching the artist work. Getting a peek at comics' backstage is easy with the original art experience.
All right, Friday night, guys. Thank you for being here. To be doing anything, the fact that you're here means the world to me.
Nick's pieces are always value priced with your budget in mind, for the beginning collector to the veteran.
And this is gorgeous. You got Aquaman and Mira.
Join the original art experience with Nick and our friendly crew of regulars, even if it's just to enjoy the art. Fridays at 7. It's all part of the experience. Whoa. Whoa. Did you miss it? Yeah, they can go by pretty fast. Let's slow down the footage.
Welcome. It's time to skim some comics. Miles Morales Spider-Man, I will just tell you that Miles is very important in his role as a vampire. So
it's fine. If you like Hercules, read it. If you don't like it, don't worry about it. It's fine.
The art is still stunning. There's a panel, little spoiler, there's a panel in this where Chitauri first hits Lion-O, and he is the best "did she really just hit me" face I've ever seen put in a comic book.
Wow, live reviews of new comic books so you can be ready for New Comic Book Day. What is this? Oh, I see. It's Minute to Skim It. Part of the experience.
Download our app on Google Play and the App Store. It's so simple, even my mommy can use it. In a world where you hit like and subscribe on our YouTube channel, that'd be really great, thanks.
All right, we are back. Let's do shout outs real quick. Let's see here. What do we got? All right, Kenneth, what's going on, bud? Mike Asbill, member for 26 months. Awesome. Let's see, Preston. Preston, we got sketch covers galore tonight. Let's see. Easy Go Lucky, what's going on, bud? Let's see. What'd I do? So we got Preston, CJ, what's happening? Triple B. Let's see. Let's see. Who else? Ed Weird. What's going on, man? I know I saw Lorena in here at one point. Easy, I said hi to. Let's see. Who am I missing? Triple B, I said hi to. Dwayne's a pain. What's up, bud? Alberto, what's going on, buddy? Let's see. Space Case, what's happening, bud? Is that everyone? Let's see. Barlord, what's happening? Know who hasn't been around lately? Becky Bate. Haven't seen her in a while. Corey Ross, what's happening, bud? Lorena, I knew I saw you in there. Let me see. I think that is everyone in the chat. Let me just get to the bottom. Make sure.
You might have missed Tracy sneaking in.
Tracy, what's happening? Let's see. Marvel fan, what's going on, bud? I still don't see Tracy. Maybe Lyle, what's happening, buddy? Let's see. Oh man, let me see. I think I got everyone. Tracy, I got the return shipment. Thank you very much. Got to get that out to Preston. And Preston, I'll send that book. Was it Preston? I think it was. The book that got caught somewhere. I don't see Tracy.
She's in here.
Yeah, I see her. All right, everyone. Welcome. All right, so the giveaway tonight is the Blue Falcon Dynamite cover sketch by Gordon Purcell and Marielle Nicieza. All right, hashtag as always is the XP Monday, all lowercase. And we will do the drawing same time every time. All right. So I am doing a sketch cover bonanza tonight. All sketch covers are $45. If you buy 2, Tom Bishop, what's up? If you buy 2 or more, I'll do them for $40 a piece. So there we go. All right. So might as well get started while John is doing whatever John's doing, as always.
Let's go, man.
All right. As we'll start, as always, with Dynamite 10-pack reader set. 10 random Dynamite titles, $3.99 cover price or higher. And as always, we have that for $5. 10 comics for $5, guys. Then, of course, Dynamic Forces mystery box. 2 CGC 9.8s or 2 metal covers or 1 of each, up to you. 1 virgin, 1 signed, 1 exclusive, and 10 back issues. $200 retail value guaranteed, and we've got it for $85. All right, then here we go. So we have Invincible Iron Man #1 with White Queen cover sketch by Jessica Court.
Oh, wow.
Just retail $149.99, and we've got it for $45 tonight.
Don't see a lot of Jessica Court around. I know you guys are keeping her busy, but this is pretty dope. I think I would be surprised if this one sticks around.
So, CJ. All right.
I will say this.
What will you say?
Some of our sketch artists are going to get some pretty funky suggestions from the art director later this year.
All right. I don't even want to know.
It even made Jeff shake his head.
I don't even want to know.
What are you guys doing?
All right. Then we have Terminator Metal #1 with Terminator versus Human cover sketch by Jake Grave. MSRP of $149.99, and we have this one for $45. 2 or more for $40 a piece.
Oh, nice.
All right. Then we have Batman Superman #1 with Superman, Lois, and Jimmy cover sketch by Joe Del Beato and Mariano Nicieza.
I always like these guys because it's always a blast from the past. I'll be the first to admit it's not very Image. It's not very, you know what I mean, 2000s sort of overwrought. But it's always like I can see a lot of older people buying these covers.
Well, then they got a lot of Kirby energy in this one, and I wonder if they're really going to the trueness of it. And
Kirby
somebody
crackle in the background.
but if they really wanted to hit the nail on the head, I hope they had somebody redraw Jimmy and Lois's and Clark's head, right? Because then it was, if you know, you know. But there you go. That's the way to do a Kirby Superman homage. Is somebody has to redraw the head,
right?
So I want to address what Marcus and Corey are saying, okay, and Marvel fan. All right. So 3 seasons ago, I disallowed walk-up songs because it's ridiculous. We suck, and you have walk-up songs, okay? So my daughter didn't get a walk-up song until she started playing in college. Now, I realize with the tech, you just get a big speaker, you run it on your phone and all that.
Alberto.
But I think as badly as we were losing, okay, walk-up songs, focus. We need focus. We don't need walk-up songs.
Savannah Bananas play music regardless of how they
So one way. So the other coach talked to me and said, look, I want to bring songs back to get the girls' minds off. Too much pressure on them. Okay, I'm like, whatever. I don't care. And I will tell you, it has done nothing but make them even worse. Okay, they can't hit a beach ball that's floating in the air with a bat. It's brutal. I don't even know what to do.
I'm glad we didn't have walk-up songs when I was playing as a youth, because if we did, I would have been like coming out to Gangsta Lean, for instance, If anybody knows that song.
You actually have to. So the next tournament we're in 2 weekends from now.
You'd be like an Alabamish paradise, right?
It's called Welcome to Our Nightmare. And for us, it will be a nightmare because this tournament usually has the best of the best in our area in this age group. And we are absolutely going to get torched. They will absolutely pound us in the dust.
I hope Corey's coaching somewhere. I mean, not only are his comic recommendations on point, but his coaching recommendations seem to be right in line with 2026.
I'm just beside myself. You don't realize it really is a demoralizing kind of feeling when you come off a weekend and we yet again got our butts handed to us.
You want me to see if they'll do like a coach sketch cover?
No.
Okay, like a Sportsmaster thing. That'd be perfect for you. But it says Sportsmaster when he lifts up the catcher's mitt, it's you.
I'm telling you. This I told the head of our organization. I said, this is a bad idea. We should not be in these tournaments. It's just guaranteed pain because there's no way that we're going to come even close. I just don't want to be run ruled, okay, every single game. Okay? We can't even do it with style, Preston.
Robbie and I will be starting a WrestleMania wrap-up soon. Will we have any time for comics today, or should we just cut those people loose?
Maybe we should get to the comics first.
This could take a while.
There's some Comics Mania this weekend, so...
All right, next one. X-Men #1 with Wolverine cover sketch by John Pleat, Dominic John, and Mariano Nicieza. MSRP of $149.99, and we have this one for $45.
This is interesting. What's going on here? Like,
I don't know. It's kind of a mosaic kind of thing.
I was going to say, is this one of those like...
You have to ask smart.
Like a collage type.
A collage. I'm trying to... Like the purple thing, it's like like Abin Sor's Weapon X. Like I'm trying to figure out like it's very cool.
Yeah,
I just I'm trying to.
Is he still here?
Yeah, I was just talking to him because he's typing in all my suggestions.
That's what you think he's doing. All right. Then we have Batman number 655 with Poison Ivy cover sketch.
Yeah.
By Sam Rogers.
Oh, this is really nice.
Yeah, new artist. I usually do a introductory price, but since everything's 45 tonight, didn't do that. MSRP of $149.99, and we have this one for $45 tonight.
This is dope. I would be surprised if this one makes it through as well.
You know what this looks like really to me, and I mean this in the best possible way? This looks like the kind of thing somebody snags on Artist's Alley at a con and spends the rest of the convention going around and showing everybody.
So
that's what this cover reminds me of.
If you're going to get two, here it is. Future State Wonder Woman number 1 with Poison Ivy cover sketch by Jessica Court.
This is Patrick Nagel inspired. I'm guessing the arty people know more what I'm talking about.
I'm thinking is this like a Duran thing? Isn't there like one of their album covers? He did that cover?
Like the Rio cover. Yeah. He's the artist. This was, if a lot of people said there was no style substance or whatever to the 80s, if there was like an 80s artist, this would be it. This is what they looked like.
And I'll tell you what, man, John, your walkout song in softball is Rio, right? I guarantee it, man.
Is Rio. If the coach said no walkout song, I'd be like, yeah, I'll play Pop Warner. It's fine.
All right. Suggested retail, $149.99.
And those of you who don't know who Patrick Nagel is, Google it real quick and a few images will come up and you'll see how good a job Jessica did here with this.
Dude, Marcus is right, bro. Dude, give me a fake birth certificate. I'll be your left fielder, right? My arm's better than it was. So
you can shave the beard off?
Whatever I got to do, coach.
Because most 12-year-old girls do not have a beard. Okay? I'm just saying.
Hey, man, you know, it's 2026, man. You never know.
Judge, it's 2026. We don't talk about that kind of stuff anymore. He's a carbon-based life form player. That's it. I don't want to say anything more.
So this one also 45 and all sketch covers 45 tonight.
Marcus,
get 2 and 2 or more and they're 40 each.
That's a sweet deal, y'all.
Hopefully I can maintain this deal before Nick comes in.
Man, I would love to see a bunch of Future State covers done in a Patrick Nagel style by Jessica.
Ooh, that's the idea.
You know what I mean? Like Future State Batman, Future State Superman.
Yeah, I wouldn't. All right.
That would be very, very cool.
All right. Then we have Spider-Man number 1 with Black Cat and Spidey cover sketch by John.
Gee, we took a break on time back in February. What more do you want?
Hey, Jay, let's go to the beginning of the hour at 7. All right, bud. All right. MSRP of $149.99, and we have this one for $45 as well.
This is a dope one.
Emoji. So I'm going to guess it's not okay.
I'm pretty sure this one, the Poison Ivy and the White Queen, will not be here for long. So if you're interested, you should go.
All right.
There you
Alberto
go.
is claiming the 2 cords. Gotcha, Alberto.
That's exactly what should happen, man. These are very
Alberto, you're acting like a virile young man tonight. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to call you old because you are young with your quickness.
Well, he's not picking up that Superman one with the Kirby action.
Alberto and wait, what else? Hold on.
And both of the Poison Ivies.
Oh, and he's going to claim the Superman too.
Wait, what's that?
He said he's going to claim the Superman as a giveaway. Heck yeah.
All right, you got it, buddy.
Happy 420, everybody. Albert's feeling it right now. Alberto, let's go.
He wants 4 covers for $20.
He doesn't want to talk about my team anymore. All right, so we have 2 giveaways tonight. It will be the same hashtag as always. All right, but thank you, Alberto, for providing the second giveaway.
Alberto just got them taxes in.
Hey, I'll tell you, that was very...
No, we finally got that birthday money. Happy birthday, Alberto. What's going on?
All right, Brave and the Bold, Metamorpho with Metamorpho and Batman cover sketch by Silverback. Joe Del Beato and Mariano Nicieza.
How does Absolute Metamorpho the Element Man sound?
Oh, dude, that would be dope, man.
Right?
I'd be down for that, man. Especially to take the place after Absolute Martian Manhunter goes off the shelves, man.
That's what
This
I was
is dope,
gonna
though, man.
say.
This is dope. A lot of that Dick Sprang energy that was in that Brave and the Bold animated series. Dude, I love that show. He like would peel the batarangs off of his chest.
All right,
Like it's
so
so silly.
Preston, Alberto claimed the 1 by court, the 2 by court. So that would be the White Queen and the Poison Ivy. And the Black Cat, and then he also claimed the Superman as a giveaway. So the Poison Ivy by Sam Rogers is still there, still available. So let me know if all right, Preston, got you, Preston.
Boom. Told you all those things would be gone.
You called it, bud.
It wasn't hard. it wasn't.
Yeah,
It wasn't.
Yeah, I
difficult.
mean, that's sort of.
Given. All right, there we go. All right, so then
Wait, who signed this one?
what do you mean?
Well, I'm looking at this cover. This
So
Metamorpho cover.
Silverback,
Silverback.
Joe
yeah.
Del Beato, and Mariano.
Okay, because there's another signature on there.
Yeah, Silverback on side.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. My bad,
Yeah.
everybody. Sorry.
Joe Del Beato, and then Mariano signed on the bottom.
I mean,
Hey, John, you're forgetting to count yourself in the boat. That's the problem.
right.
All right. Dawn of DC Primer, #1 with Cyborg cover sketch by Will Torres and Joconda Hernandez. MSRP of $149.99, and we have this one for $45.
Why does Cyborg look like Charlie Sheen, man? Like when you see that, like what's going on, man?
Because the only way they could
See what you're
silver him
saying.
up was by merging him in with like a cyborg.
This is a Tiger Blood Cyborg, man.
Oh no! You know what? That would make a very cool movie. I'm using because what's his name uses comic books. The account uses comics to use for money. Like he's got when in his go bag, he's got like Action Comics #1 slab, so he's instantly got money. The idea of somebody using comics to launder money is great.
All right. So then we have, all right. So these have been on before. I can't believe they're still here, but we're going to go through them. This is probably going to be a last pass because I have a bunch of comics I'm waiting to get processed. So by Wednesday, I should have them in hand.
I'm going to say this as a little bit of a spoiler.
Go ahead.
There's a Wolverine coming up. That's a sketch cover that is on Mariano's desk. I was literally standing there when he
Could
took
be
it out,
months before I see it.
and it looked so good. It looked so good. I was like, all right, this is, this was how the conversation started.
Right.
I'm like, not more Wolverine. People are tired of this character. Where's my Hit Monkey sketch cover? And Mariano didn't know who Hit Monkey was.
He said that.
And that was how the conversation started. And now he's like, oh, I have to go home and watch this. I'm like, yes.
All right. So Disney Villains, Ursula #2. It's a set. So it comes with the trade dress and the Virgin. And it's limited to only 250 sets put together. And we have this one for $35. All right. So then we have Star Wars Shadow Mall, #2, 1:10 ratio, photo variant. And we have this one for $10.
If you're not reading this, if you're not watching this, you're missing out. I know there are people that don't like it. I don't care. I don't know how they decide who's going to hate stuff. There's always a percentage of people that don't like stuff. They want to review bomb it, blah, blah. You're boring me to death with that nonsense.
So you know what? I don't know who did the Ursula cover. What's going on? You want to pop your head out there and ask Jeff?
What? Who did the Ursula cover?
Yeah, the set. The Ursula set.
Okay.
Thank you, John.
Is that not the Sukesha one?
I think it might be, but I want to double check. So, listening now.
I like the way this looks. I like her trident is glowing as much as Roman Reigns' teeth were last night on WrestleMania.
Is it Sukesha?
Who did Jay say? Yeah.
Yeah. It's definitely Sukesha. So, Alberto, you own the actual original art on that, don't you? So
Yeah, that Friday art show that Nick was running a little bit behind, and Sukesha was doing a
8:45
whatnot
art
show.
show.
Yeah, she was doing an art show, and Amy went and grabbed her, and they were showing off the covers, and yeah, Alberto picked it up. She was dumbfounded. It was actually really great to see that live.
I got to meet her at MegaCon. She was very cool person, very kind
nice.
and courteous. Yeah.
Yeah, very nice person. All right, so then we have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle number 17, 110 ratio by Tom Bishop.
Is
And
he
we
in
have
the
this
chat?
one for 5. What?
Isn't he in the chat?
Who?
Tom Bishop.
All right.
I think this might be a different Tom Bishop.
Are you sure? That seems
Could
unlikely.
be. All right. So then we have Web of Venom number 1, 125 ratio by Logan Lubera. It's a 9.4, and we have this one 15.
Yep, there is a new symbiote character in the Marvel Universe. This comic book sold out at my shop, and I was really worried I had over-ordered. I know I say that a lot. I was so afraid I over-ordered, and then we sold out, but I'm not telling you the stories where I'm like, I was so afraid I over-ordered, and then I realized, yep, I sure did. Boxes going to the warehouse. So.
All right. Then Transformers number 31, 125 ratio
Tom,
by
I can't draw. Yeah, I'm right there with you, man.
Manabu Yoshiro. And we have this one for 10. And then Transformers number 31 by Simon Parr. Thank you, Jay.
This one's awesome. I just love this one.
And
Megatron is back and better than ever in the pages of Transformers. Find out why.
all right. Then we have Web of Venom number 1, Scotty Young variant.
This is clearly the superior cover.
Yes,
And we
there
have
is a
this
new
one.
symbiote character in the Marvel Universe. Never mind. Go ahead.
So now we can do the color process, or they're just not black or red anymore. They can sort of do other colors.
It's a Venom, but he looks like Spider-Man. Who is behind the costume? Find out in Web of Venom number 1.
Steve Vendetta in the house. What's going on, Steve? All right. Estuary, a ghost story, number 1, 110 ratio by Del Rey. And we have that one for 10.
This cover is gorgeous, man.
Still here.
Robbie should be a WWE announcer in this life. Preston.
I'd be better than Pat
During his
McAfee.
life.
I'll tell you that. I'm better than Pat. Let's go.
I don't know if he's better than McAfee in the ring, though.
Definitely not. Gunther chops me one time. They got to cart me to the hospital, dude. I am done. My chest
He goes
is
straight
painted.
to the Undertaker set where it's a funeral.
Now you're fine. I know. Don't worry about it, dude.
Amy, I think, hates everyone equally. Don't feel like,
Yeah.
singled out or whatever.
No, she hates me the most. All right. Estuary, a ghost story number 1, 120 ratio, black and white, Manhouse by Manhouse. And we have this one for 20.
Well, come on. Everybody likes Robbie. That's why he's got a whole bunch of awards on the wall.
I wish. That'd be nice. Life would be easier if everybody liked, you know, you. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, that's just not life, you know? Sometimes we have to, like, you know, learn to pick ourselves up. And I don't know where I'm it's been a long weekend. I'm sorry. What's going on?
Wait until
Are we done?
Robbie drops Pop Culture Philosophers, where he starts telling you stories about coaches.
It's my life coach channel, man. That's what it's going to happen, right? When I hit 50, I'm going to go into life coaching. I'm going to quit doing the comic book stuff, go straight into life coaching.
All right. Web of Venom, number 1, 110 ratio, character layout variant. And we have this one for 10.
That's right. There's a new symbiote character in the Marvel Universe.
This is very cool, though. I like this, but I like this cover a lot. I like the process type covers or whatever. I just think they're very cool.
All right. Superman Spider-Man number 1 by Jorge Jimenez. And we have this one for 8.
Great book. If you missed it, definitely check it out. This was so fun. The next one's coming out this week. The Spider-Man Superman. Yeah, it's coming out Wednesday. Yeah.
Last pass on most of these. All right, Superman Spider-Man #1 by Chrissy Zulo Uminga.
Now, if I was going to pick up a fifth cover of this, it would probably be this.
And we have this one for $9. Superman Spider-Man #1 by Raphael Albuquerque. And we have this one for $9. It's cover price, people. All right. This one's nice. I like this one. All right. Then Superman Spider-Man #1 by Gabrielle Del Otto.
Oh, this one's very cool.
This one we have for $20. This one is hot.
Hottest cover of them all, which is, I mean, I knew it would be a popular cover, but I'm actually kind of surprised it's the most popular cover so far.
So did we ever find out if the Superman on this cover is supposed to be Superman Beyond, or
I didn't.
I think it's not Superman Beyond. I think it's Superman Lost Superman, because he doesn't have the mullet, so it's not.
Oh,
Return
okay.
Superman.
You know what? I didn't think about that, but okay.
All right. Superman Spider-Man #1 by Oliver Coipel. Have this one for $9.
The coloring on this one is very for all seasons. If anybody's ever read Superman for All Seasons, the coloring on this is very much like
Yeah, I was going to say I like this a lot. Plus, I really appreciate, and I understand it's a visual medium, so every character has to be drawn like 0% body fat. They work out 7 days a week. Of all the characters, I really appreciate when they draw Superman with like a farmer's build. He's not.
I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean? He's not super cut. You know what I mean? At heart, Clark is a farmer.
Yes.
So, yeah, you would expect him to have broad shoulders or whatever. But one of the things that, and I've seen
Is
a couple
Smallville
different-
supposed to be in Iowa?
Smallville's in Kansas.
Kansas.
Yeah,
that's
Kansas.
And I just think that right here, he kind of captures the fact that, yeah, look at his legs, look at his shoulders. This is what it looks like when a guy. Now, I realize most farmers aren't lifting the tractor every day, but.
All right. Absolute Wonder Woman #18 by Kendrick Lim. Have this one for $6.
Marvel fan, best Superman story of all time? I don't know if you can do best versus favorite.
Good point.
Best is
Mine
easy.
is-
It's All-Star Superman. All-Star Superman.
Superman minus Kingdom Come, just because
Two really good picks, man. Seriously.
Wade Ross, but I don't know if there's a right or wrong answer here, right?
Oh, of course there's not, right? I would also argue John Byrne's Man of Steel is one of the best Supermans out there. Like, I love that. But yeah, Kingdom Come's really good. All-Star Superman for me hits all those buttons, man. I also am a fan of Superman for All Seasons. I am a big fan of that as well. And I think Action Comics 775 by Joe Kelly and Doug Mahnke is a really good one. Great single issue in my particular taste. Also, no lie, just for impact alone, Death and Return of Superman is one of the greatest Superman stories of all time.
It's hard to narrow it down because did not Superman just turn 88 years old this week?
Yes, yeah, probably. Sounds like
That is we're probably forgetting stories from the 70s or whatever that, you know what I mean? That we're not really thinking about off the top of our head or whatever. I mean, if you really want to do the whole arc of the Death and Return of Superman,
right?
How many issues is that across multiple, you know what I mean? Multiple, Action Comics, Superman, but that's a lot. That's probably the biggest story in terms of issues, I would think. And then, of course, there are people that are going to love the Superman stories. There's, there's all these Just Imagine stories. You know what I mean? Right. There's a Just Imagine story where instead of the Justice League, they are like the secret society of superheroes. And they do everything almost in like a weird Freemason way where everything is sort of hidden. You know what I mean?
Triple B. After my show 7 and 8, make sure to tune into Triple B's show. He has done pre-production for the show. It's ready to go. Cool.
Oh, very cool.
All right. Absolute Wonder Woman #18 by Terry and Rachel Dodson. And we have that one for $6. Oh, I don't
And
want
I'll
to
tell
go
you,
over
if we're going to
twice.
include Elseworlds Superman, I think it's Roy Thomas is the one who turned Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman from Metropolis to like Fritz Lang's Metropolis.
What's up, Triple B?
And it's as trippy as it sounds, but the art is perfect for it.
And what's up, Phil? Phil just joined us. All right, so we'll be back. I don't want to go too far over on this break because we're already 18 minutes over. So we'll take our second break. We'll be right back, and we'll get through the rest of the books. Stay tuned.
FOC, a comic industry term for the final day a new comic can be ordered by a local comic shop. So what does that mean to you? Well, it's your last chance to order a new comic book from your local comic shop. Order up! The FOC show will go over every book that's about to be cut off every Friday afternoon.
I'm going to highlight some of the stuff that I think is really worth paying attention to,
so that you can put in an order at your LCS for as many copies or as many variant covers as you want.
Sometimes the store needs to know to up their orders.
Never miss out on a popular comic again. Order up, part of the experience.
According to a statistic that I just made up, people spend 4 hours a day changing the television channel. People who watch The Experience don't do that. Save yourself a ton of time by tuning into The Experience and enjoying our new original programming 7 days a week. And then tell your friends. Think about the money they could save on batteries in the remote alone just by tuning into The Experience. Find out more by scanning the QR code below. Twitch, it's not just what happens when you have too many energy drinks anymore. Check out our content over there too.
Hey, we're back. All right, here we go. So, who else joined the room? I said hi to Phil, I think. Anyway, all right. So, the giveaway tonight is Blue Falcon and Dynamite cover sketch by Gordon Purcell and Mariano Nicieza. Hashtag, as always, hey, Green Bear, what's up? Is hashtag EXP Monday, all lowercase. All right.
Oh, how much is this Blue Falcon cover?
It's giveaway.
Well, then give it here then if you're giving it away.
Don't we give you enough? All right. Absolute Wonder Woman number 18.
I already asked about Blue Falcon Volume 2. There was no return to my message. None.
Did you send it to me?
No, actually, I messaged Nick. I said, where are we on Volume 2? Blue Falcon.
Because I have to go back and check my junk folder.
He sent the emoji where it's like, you know what I mean? Like, dude, please stop asking me for things faster than I can get them made.
All right. This one is $5, cover price, by Hayden Sherman and Jordy Belair. Then Superman Spider-Man #1 by Clayton Crane. Had this one for 9.
Oh.
Then Superman Spider-Man #1 by David Nakayama.
Oh, there we go.
And we've got this one for 9. Then Superman Spider-Man #1 by David Talaski. And have this one for 9.
How many of the DNA covers do you have?
I don't know. Why?
What do you think? Because I want one.
See me after the show.
No, I'm just saying if there's only one, don't worry about it. But if there's more than one.
No, I'm sure we can get you one. All right. Superman Spider-Man #1 by Arthur Adams and Megan Hendrick.
Love this cover.
Oh, how many of these do we have?
Make me a list.
This might be my favorite one out of all of them. I love this cover. Like first
Well, I love
appearance
when
from
Superman
both.
has the appropriate color shield on his chest. The further away they get from Fleischer, the less happy I am.
Make me a list and text me, okay?
Yeah, Jay, both of these are really nice. And I understand that there are people who dislike the black shield.
All right. Superman Spider-Man #1 by Jeff Spokes. And this one for 9.
Spider. I forgot this one existed.
And then Superman Spider-Man #1 by Art Germ. And we have this one for 9. And he's good.
Jay, I can't imagine, Jay, how hard it was for you to choose. And I don't know how many of these covers you actually got. Like, I could easily see him having like 20 covers on a table.
It was analysis paralysis, sir. I only got the one, but man, it was a tough decision.
Yeah, I got to believe for Superman and Spider-Man fans, these are really difficult to do.
So I did watch the Running Man, the new one.
Oh, with what is that guy's name?
Glenn Powell.
Yeah, Glenn Powell.
The guy who should be Booster Gold.
It was good. I liked it. I didn't think I would, but I actually liked it. And my friend told me it was true to the book.
Yeah, it's closer to the original story than the one that was good.
I didn't think I like it, but I ended up liking it quite a bit.
I'm glad you enjoyed it, Rex.
What's that? Did you see it?
Yeah, I did not like it, but I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Really? You didn't like it?
Robbie and I talked about this on the show. There was this sort of, I don't even know if disjointed is the right adjective to use.
Richard Bachman, which is Stephen King.
Stephen King, but it's sort of like an unevenness to the way the story is told. It goes from being, I got to risk my life to save my kid, to the sort of almost like Glenn Powell has like a humorous sort of side to him. And I just don't know if those two things fit together in the movie.
Yeah, it felt like it wanted to be an Edgar Wright movie, but also a typical studio tentpole type movie. And I thought there was tonal clash. Now, I also just don't think Glenn Powell is that dude, right? Like, Glenn Powell is perfect for a certain type of role in Hollywood. And I don't think Supreme Badass is that role.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
He's Booster Gold.
You see, I thought it was the storyline, the book itself was more relevant to what's going on today, as opposed to the Schwarzenegger version, which was almost cartoony in a way. You know what I mean?
Well, you almost feel Arnold is so much more present in the movie than the sort of gladiators he's fighting. You almost feel sorry for them. There's like a crying incontinent fat guy in like a Christmas tree suit. That guy had no chance. Whether you use pro wrestling rules, whether you use game rules, literally no chance did that guy have. He's in a golf cart because he's so fat, he can't move around. And then there's Arnold, who's like the 80s Superman. Dude, why are you even rolling out here? The only guy I really wanted to see him fight was Jesse Ventura.
Yeah, Captain Freedom, baby.
That's the only, but the rest
felt
of them were
like
just...
the storyline was a little more relevant. I don't know.
I understand that. Maybe I feel like almost too relevant, too on the nose at times. But on the other hand,
that's a great point.
Having grown up with the Arnold Running Man, Like,
I
it's a
agree.
way
I didn't think I liked it.
Jay.
I didn't think I liked it. I felt like it needed to be that cartoony kind of Running Man that I'm used to. But I really saw it as a different movie, to be honest with you.
Well, I think they tried to do that. I think they
And I
consciously
thought they
tried to
did.
steer away
I
from
thought
the
they
Arnold.
did accomplish that goal, and that made me like the movie. I think, as opposed to movies that try to remake and just kind of miss the mark, if you will.
Unfortunately, they haven't had the greatest critical success remaking Schwarzenegger movies from the 80s. Remember Total Recall?
Yeah, that was bad.
People didn't like Total Recall.
Yeah, that was bad.
From what I understand, Running Man did not have the commercial or critical success that they had hoped.
It didn't.
And I think a big part of it is what Robbie said. Once the guys in the suits, start coming downstairs to the set and, oh, hey, I have thoughts. That's not good. There's a reason you're wearing a suit instead of actually being creative and doing something about it.
Yeah, Tom Bishop. I think that's a good point, and I think that's why I liked it. And knowing that it held true to the book that Stephen King wrote, or Richard Bachman, whatever you want to say, it just kind of made me feel like it was watching a completely different movie, and the only thing they shared was the title.
Yeah,
and that helped me enjoy it.
Well, you can.
Well, and the original movie is actually less based on that novel and more based on like a French film or something. In fact, it was involved in like a big lawsuit after that. So it's more based on another film than the book that it's allegedly based on.
I think you have two options when you're making Running Man. Let's rewind a few years, right? And they're like, hey, we're doing Running Man. You have two choices. You can do what they did with Glenn Powell.
Right.
And try to make it more relevant and resonant. Or you get the guy that plays Reacher, and literally you give him a big machine gun and you say, watch the first one and do
I
an
think
Arnold.
You bring up a good point. Total Recall, the new one, tried to be the old one, but they tried to make it different enough.
Yeah.
So, it wasn't on Mars. It just didn't, it fell short. And I watched it, and the cast was okay. You had, who was in it? You had
Colin Farrell was
Colin Farrell, and the bad person played the Sharon Stone character. What's her name? I forget. She was in Pearl Harbor. That's when she got her big break. What's her name?
About Liv Tyler? Who are you talking about?
No, not Liv Tyler.
I was
she was in all those vampire underworld movies.
Oh, Kate Beckinsale,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That's right.
So the cast was fine, okay, but it just felt like he was trying to be that. Yes, Marcus.
I'll tell you, if you want to remake an Arnold movie, which was maybe not at the level of Running Man and Total Recall, or Terminator for that matter, if you really want to try to remake an Arnold movie, try something like End of Days, where
but
the
here's the thing.
actor doesn't need to be Mr. Olympia.
Right.
End of Days is a story about a guy, and I think Arnold even remade that idea of a movie into a zombie movie.
Yeah, but for me, it just felt like Running Man was not trying to remake Running Man.
No, I think they were just trying to do the Bachman story.
Yeah, and it worked. I thought it worked. So, but Total
Kindergarten
Recall
Cop.
was.
I'm sorry, Kindergarten Cop. I think maybe you really do. Like Kindergarten Cop should have probably been Dwayne Johnson when he was younger. Maybe that should be Alan Richardson now, because the size of the actor
Plays a role.
Plays a role with 5-year-olds. You got the scene where he's picking him up. You need to have a big, massive arm. And Jay just said it. Other people have said it at different platforms. If there's going to be an Arnie remake, Alan Richardson, the guy who plays Reacher, that's your man.
Right.
Now, if you want to go in a different direction, that's totally fine. But if you're literally just trying to remake an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, just get this guy. Now, I'm sure he's super busy, but I would much rather see him in a remake of something Arnold did than that thing on Netflix where he's just running around and it's like an alien or whatever.
This whole conversation.
Predator. That's what Alan Richardson should be.
But here's the thing: this whole conversation makes me appreciate Project Hail Mary even more. Okay, it's everything is a type of remake these days, and that to me is what's wrong with
I think that's a
cinema.
big reason why Project Hail Mary is a success.
Yeah, I think so.
It's not, like imagine you're like your $1 billion studio, right? And it's almost like a vending machine. You're kind of cruising through all the IPs, right? Do we want to recreate something that's zombies? Do we want to recreate something that's vampires? Do we want to do robots?
Well,
And it's almost like you're pulling stuff down and then you're throwing it on the table and telling a writer, put this stuff together over the weekend.
Well, something you said before, it's the suits coming downstairs and interjecting and saying, no, let's not risk doing that one.
Yeah.
Let's do a remake of Running Man or, Total Recall or something like that. And that's how you end up with these films.
If they want to release Alan Ritchson in Jingle All the Way, I will reach into my pocket and pay $100 to see that movie during the holidays.
Yeah, I won't. I'd like Jingle All the Way in the first place.
And to see the new Turbo Man figures, yeah, I'd be super happy with that. They could, they could absolutely.
All right, next up, we've got Superman, Spider-Man #1 with Joshua Middleton.
Yeah, Eddie, I'm pretty sure we're getting a sequel to War Machine.
Oh, yeah.
From Netflix. Sure. I can't imagine we're not getting a sequel.
I would think so.
I mean, no announcement has been made yet, but I think a lot of us
that was enjoyable
in this chat are experienced enough with these things to know.
Yeah. Why wouldn't they?
The only way there's not a sequel to that is if, like, the guy doesn't want to make it and they don't want to go with somebody else.
All right. Then we have Royals #1, Jacob Perez, cover A. Have that for 5. And then Royals #1, Derek Kirk Kim, cover B. And then Royals #1, Derek Kirk Kim, cover C.
Didn't Marvel do a book years ago called Royals, where it was like a super powered Royal British family during World War II? I don't know if it was called Royals. I'm trying to remember what that was.
All right. So then we have Absolute Superman #18 by Rafa Sandoval and Ulysses Areola. Have that for 5.
I just love the lightning bolt on the cover.
And then Absolute Superman #18 by Chris Burnham and Brian Reber. Have this for 6. Then Absolute Superman #18 by Ben Oliver.
You know how well I know
this for 6.
We're looking at Robbie doing the show.
Becky,
so long.
I was just saying we hadn't seen you in a bit.
Hey, Becky, Robbie's trying to find the thing I just said.
I'm trying, yeah.
I was going to say, I don't know if Royals was its name. I think Royals was in the name. But I remembered the cover just kind of jumped at me because it's a guy, like, obviously has superpowers, but he's in like a World War II pilot suit. And he's got like the British, like the Union Jack is part of the suit. And the idea was the reason they're the royal family is because, well, superpowers.
All right. So, all right. World's Finest, Batman and Superman #50 by Raza. Had this one for 6. Then World's Finest, Batman Superman #50, wraparound cover. Have this one for 5. Then Bizarro Year None #1 by Nick Bitar and Michael Garland. Have that for 5. Then Invincible Returns #1, facsimile cover B. Have that for 5.
Eric Larson cover, baby. Good stuff.
All right. Then G.I. Joe #24, cover C, foil facsimile. Have this one for 5. Then Superman Spider-Man #1, foil. And we have that for 11. Then we have Alien King Killer #1 by Alex Maleev.
It was called Royals Masters of War. It was from Vertigo.
There you go.
Okay.
That for 5.
This is such a cool cover because generally you don't see aliens in bright light, right?
That's true.
It's always sort of like
dark shadows
or something, dank or whatever, and then oops, you're dead.
And it's got a nice like Ouroboros kind of vibe too, right? The snake
Yeah.
eating its own tail and all that.
This is very cool. I like this a lot.
All right, then Alien Kingkiller #1 by Mark Chiarello. Have that for 5. Then Alien Kingkiller #1 by David Yarden. Have this one for 5. Then we have Narco #1. Have this for 4. Then Wonder Man #1 by Rose Besh. Have that for 5. And you know what? Number 55, Jay, we're going to take that one off because I think that one sold, so I do not have any more. All right. So then we have White Sky #2, the variant. Oh, wait. You know what? I think these two sold as well, I think. Sorry, Jay. Rough day.
Here you go. Just so you don't think I was crazy.
I never think you're crazy, dude. I believe you.
I was, I've remembered things before, and I think Jay pointed out one day. I remembered what I thought was a Superman Elseworld story, and it was like me remembering 2 or 3 different Superman Elseworld stories as one story. So nobody could find what I was looking for. And I remember I went back and I actually found 2 of the parts, 2 of the books, but it wasn't even, it was all of them.
All right. So I can't believe this is still here. Florida Hippopotamus Cocaine Massacre #1.
Just the title alone.
Yeah, that's why I like it. Second print, and I have this for 5.
This book is amazing. I'm telling you. I'll tell you what, Rex. I'll claim it for a giveaway. How about that?
All right, you got it, Robbie. So we have 3 giveaways.
I just got to get this in somebody's hands. Whoever wins it, though, you got to read it. You got to read it. Okay.
All right. Agreed. Does the group agree? Want to make sure. But we have a 3rd giveaway. Same hashtag. All right. Thank you, Robbie. I keep bringing it up because I love the title.
The title
awesome.
is great, man.
My job is to get good comics in people's hands. So
like
that's how we're going to do it, man.
Hamsters. We need
everybody always does nice things for us and for everybody else in the chat, man. Let me do it for one time in my life. Let me be a good guy. You know?
That's true.
It's only $5. So I'll just take it off my appearance fee.
All right. Invincible Returns #1 facsimile cover A. Have that for 5.
I almost wanted this to be called Invincible Returns again.
Did everybody hit that thumbs up?
Everybody should have hit the thumbs up. Look
Hopefully
at you with your spiffy haircuts.
Are they here? Are we live?
Yeah, we're live.
You guys are so relaxed. Is this therapy? You're putting everybody to bed?
No, we just chill.
Therapy moment was 30 minutes ago, Nick. You missed it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was going to say we had to gear down because there's a little bit too much excitability.
Oh boy! All right. Well, on Friday we're giving away. We got over 1,500 people on the Original Art Experience Facebook page. So Friday we're giving away $1,000 worth of art. And if we get 100 people in the room and 80 likes, I'm upping it to $1,500 worth of art.
Ooh, cool.
So,
all right.
What's 5, Preston? Is Preston a 5-star guy?
No, Preston asked me how many appearances on the show do I have to make to earn $5. So I told him.
Hey, Dave, NYC. What's going on?
You're very close to that $5 mark.
1,500 is more like it.
Because Robbie...
Marcus, between us, don't tell anybody. It is going to be 1,500. But if I announce that it's 1,500, then I won't get 100 people in the room.
Yep.
So Robbie,
let's just keep it between me and you, Marcus.
Robbie claimed a book.
I'm somewhat familiar with how you operate by now.
Robbie claimed a book to give as a giveaway because I love the title. It is Florida Hippopotamus Cocaine Massacre #1.
It's a great book.
Hey. This was given to me to put on the show.
I'd rather you go with the moi moi.
Oh, no.
Yeah, no.
Do we get any more moi-mois out there?
Not today.
No, it's not that lawyer. That lawyer is a different lawyer. What's going on, Dave? Hey, don't forget tonight at 8:30 too. We're going to have a show where we're helping Chris Pierce of Comic Tropes. He had a flood in his house and lost and it's costing him $80,000 to fix. So at 8:30, we'll be kicking off something
the
to raise
Midwest?
money.
Does he live in the
So there'll be
Midwest?
two $40,000 pieces of art, sir?
Does he live in the Midwest with the storms they had last week?
No, Seattle.
That's almost a city by the sea.
I
anyway,
love
man.
the
That's a
Wawa
shame.
title. Any for me to claim for you. Do you have any, Rex?
I do not. I do not.
Perhaps the publisher could call the printer.
All right. Invincible Returns, #1, facsimile cover C. And we have this one for 5. Then Wolverine Weapons of Armageddon, #1, second print. Have this one for 6. Then Wade Wilson, Deadpool #1, second print. Have this one for 5.
There's only one lawyer that's appropriate for Nikki the Roach. And we all know who it is. Saul Goodman.
All right. Then we have Dork #2, second print. Have that for 4.
Eddie Rudolph has disappeared, man, like off the face of the earth.
Rudolph has been murdered, John. Okay.
I don't know if Rex just left one night and chucked that in a dumpster or something. He's gone.
Then Midnight Man #1 by Mark Spears.
Rudolph is in a swamp outside a Bates Motel right now in a
This is
trunk of a
Jersey.
car.
Things disappear here.
Hey, I heard from Rex that he's got to be nice about Rudolph for some reason.
Oh,
I remember him talking about that a little while back. So
Well,
maybe Rudolph is closer than you think.
I would say there is something coming out. I think it's out. The news, but I'm not going to say anything until I can check that out. All right, then Superman Spider-Man #1 wraparound cover.
is that the Rudolph Red Sonja crossover?
Oh my goodness.
And then we have that
Jay just pulls the plug. It's that technical difficulties thing from the 50s.
Why didn't David Avalone tell me he was doing that?
and then finally,
Oh my
I
God.
Hate Fairyland #49 by Scotty Young.
That and Randy Savage Tales.
Yo, Randy Savage Tales, let's go, dude. I got a pitch for a 5-pager. Let's go.
All right,
Thank
so
you.
for anyone joining us late, the giveaway of the night is, well, there are 3 now. First one is Blue Falcon and Dynamite cover sketch by Gordon Purcell and Marion Nicieza.
Did a really nice job here with us.
Hashtag is, as always, EXP, Monday, all lowercase. Then we have a giveaway by Alberto. Batman Superman #1 with Superman, Lois, and Jimmy cover sketch by Joe Delbiato and Marion Nicieza. Same hashtag, you only need to enter it once. And then we have a giveaway from our buddy Robbie. It is, hold on.
Robbie, always giving.
One of the greatest comic books of 2026, y'all.
Robbie's gonna be giving when we come back and start talking about WrestleMania.
It is Florida Hippopotamus Cocaine Massacre #1.
Forget 2 days. That should be 2 hours tops. What are you doing?
All right, so Randy Savage with like dirty jobs.
Oh, that's great, man. Oh, you know what? I'd love to see a matchbook between Savage and what's his name, Mike Rowe.
All right, so when we come back, we're going to take our final break. When we come back, we'll do the Dynamite books coming out on Wednesday. But before we do that, I know Robbie and John want to talk about WrestleMania. So we will definitely do that as well.
Yeah. I mean, we have
You know
thoughts,
you
I
want
guess.
to. I know Robbie wants to. All right.
Actually, Robbie's thoughts are very similar to mine, so I'm going to kind of let him do the shoot on this one because you know he'll put it over better than I will.
All right, so hang out. We'll be right back.
So, the show is called The Geek Chat. And really, there's just a couple of geeks.
I'm Rich.
I'm Dez.
And we are your hosts for this weekly guide into comic bookery and all the geeky stuff that goes with it.
And that pretty much says it all. They talk about the latest movies and shows.
Okay, I'll be completely honest with you. Overall, D+ movie.
So the end. Did you know who that is?
That's She-Ra. Yeah.
Yes.
The new #1 comics of the week.
We rep Samuel Jackson and we rep Mace Windu.
I passed on this. I was like,
no regrets.
No regrets. I really wanted to like this book. I really did. Like, I really did.
And just chat with each other and with you.
Oh, Daniel says, I dosed off with the first one. I have zero interest in the Joker Harley ship, not Harley herself. Enjoy, not for me. Yeah, this movie's going to be rough for me to sit through, I'll be honest.
The Geek Chat, Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern. Just a couple of honest geeks.
Let's be honest. Come on.
And that is why people watch us, because we're honest.
Giving their honest opinions.
And the thing you always have to remember about the internet is everyone has an opinion, and they all suck.
Part of the experience.
We know you probably get a lot of emails, but could you please make sure to sign up for our mailing list? We don't send a lot of emails, and we try not to bother you. We just want to give you the best information about all the cool stuff that's going on around here. Sign up on our website, theexplive.com. Did you know that Arthur, King of the Britons, and Monty Python and the Holy Grail was played by a famous Graham? Check out another famous Graham by following our Instagram.
Back. John. He's busy talking to Nick, I guess. All right, so Robbie, you want to start us off, or?
All right, yeah, we doing the WrestleMania talk right now? I mean,
very
simple, very simple. Night 1 of WrestleMania was pretty bad. There were some decent matches. I liked my girl Becky going over AJ Lee. I think the Gunther and Seth Rollins match on night 1 was amazing. The main event was atrocious and all over the place, but my boy Cody got his eye messed up. Did anybody see that? That was crazy. Me and all my homies were so disappointed after watching night 1. And then we watched night 2, and from start to finish, we loved it. We were thrilled. Yes, Marcus, a lot of ads, but like Simon Miller says, that's not a wrestling specific problem. That is an entertainment problem. Too many ads everywhere. That being said, night 2 was incredibly fun. Great matches. Oba and Brock was amazing. The shocker with Brock retiring, supposedly, allegedly, we'll see. But like, that was crazy. The ladder match was nutso. There were some really great matches, and that was a great main event for night 2. That was just classic, solid wrestling. No interferences, no craziness, no shenanigans. Just Roman Reigns, CM Punk beating the hell out of each other until there was a victor. So night 1,
modern day wrestling sucks.
Well, that is an opinion that a lot of people have. I do disagree with that. So I don't subscribe to that idea. However, in all of the eras, there's good, there's bad, and there's ugly. WrestleMania 42, was it a perfect WrestleMania? No. But there was some really great stuff, mostly in night 2, in my opinion. My favorite era, by the way, of wrestling is the Attitude Era, especially when we're talking about WWE, WWF.
What era is that?
That's like Stone Cold, The Rock, Mankind, Undertaker. That's like, to me, peak WWE right there.
Got you.
Yeah, good stuff.
I've never gotten into it. as a young man, the Bruno Sammartino days, but I never really got into it.
I got into it. I mean, when I was a kid, I loved it. I mean, it was like, when I was a kid, it was like Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant at WrestleMania 3. Like that was a moment I remember. The whole Mega Powers with Hulk Hogan and Macho Man and the breakup and then the rise of the Ultimate Warrior. I got into it. Then I kind of came out of it a little bit during the New Generation, but the Attitude Era hooked me in. And then I was kind of an off and on again fan until a few years ago where I started getting back into it.
All right. So, John, your thoughts?
My thoughts were very similar to Robbie's. I'm not a fan of the 2-day format. I'm sorry, I'm just not. I've tried to be, under and see more. WrestleMania, I'm sure Robbie's talked about this. WrestleMania is like the finale of their season. If the WWE has seasons, there's a finale. Usually it's WrestleMania. It's the end point, and then to a certain extent becomes the starting point of the next season, right? When you have it be, what are we talking about? 9-10 hours of content. Some of these matches, especially on day one, right, were not good. They just weren't good for whatever reasons. I'm not saying that people didn't perform well. Although
I would say, so night one had like Gunther and Seth, which was amazing. Drew and Jacob was okay. Liv and Stephanie was too short, and Becky and AJ was good. But dude, that main event was all over the place, dude. The crowd was turning on them, man.
Yes,
like you could feel it, dude. The energy was completely different on night two.
Day 2 was like flipping the script there a little bit. Day 2 was just good. It was just a good. Yeah, there were a couple matches that maybe did not hit as well as they had hoped, but night 2 is like, if I'm paying $100 for night 2, I'm happy with that. Right. So I'm thinking, if you cull all this down, this is a one-night event. It's a 4-hour one-night event. And you can start it at a time where everybody can watch it, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But 2 nights, and I understand it's WrestleMania weekend, right? Merch, this, that, and the third. There's a lot of things going on that they're sort of factoring in, right? It's not really Vince anymore. Although when they inducted Stephanie into the Hall of Fame, you know what I mean? They were chanting Vince's name, whether you love the guy, hate the guy, somewhere in the middle. I just think it's too much. I just think it's way too much. And I understand eyes on product rating or whatever, but I don't want eyes on product of matches that get so bad. Like Robbie said, the crowd turns. People have invested a tremendous amount of time and money, especially if you are attending WrestleMania.
Dude, Cody Rhodes screwed up his eye, broke his orbital bone. His eye is still swollen shut pretty much, just to get booed, man. And here's the big thing, man. I know we can all, I know a lot of us aren't big wrestling fans. You don't get all the inside information. Night 1 was basically produced by TKO, it feels like, and night 2 was like WWE. Like that felt like a wrestling show. And I do love the 2-night format. And one thing I do love is like it gives them opportunities to shift things around. Like they saw the response for night 1, and that's why I think they padded some of those matches out on night 2. We know back at WrestleMania 40 where Cody finished the story. That was a game change due to a crowd reaction from the end of night 1 that resulted in one of the best main events in WrestleMania history.
All right, Triple B, there are vampy books, and might as well get to them. All right, so.
But I was going to say overall, in spite of what we're saying, it's always worth it to, I don't know. Also, I was going to say now, too, it's hard to say what's worth it and not worth it, right? Because there are people, let's be honest, you had Peacock, then you switched over to what? ESPN now? I mean, it's just.
Yeah, I don't.
And ESPN is killing it with the ads, y'all. I do agree, Marcus, 100%.
Yeah, I mean, I think Peacock did their level best. I think ESPN is doing significantly better. Is it worth it? I think that's really up to the individual. I literally have a ticket stub from the first WrestleMania. So, yeah, it's absolutely worth it. To, for me to, this, that, whatever. Is it worth it for me to have a party, go down the shore, pay for a house rental? Yeah, it's absolutely worth it.
It's always fun too because I hang out with my homies, right? We grilled out yesterday. My boy got some Nathan's quarter pounder hot dogs, right?
Nice.
And we got the what is it, Sobrettos or something like the onion relish that I got in New York at Grace Papaya.
I love that.
We found that, dude. We did it up, man. Hamburgers, hot dogs, potato salad, Oreo. My buddy's mom made this Oreo pie, she called it, but it was like cream cheese, 2 types of pudding, Oreos, whipped cream. You can't go wrong with that combination. It was so good, man.
They're trying to create moments and experiences that they're succeeding in. Unfortunately, when Cody Rhodes wanted to be the new John Cena, and I think to a certain extent he has become the new John Cena, as much as I've enjoyed John Cena talking about him, Cena had his ups and downs. Right. There were a segment of the population that were never going to be cool.
They booed him all the time.
There's going to be a segment of the wrestling fan base that remembers, and wrestling fans will remember this. If Cena wins, we riot. And there's always going to be those people that, look, man, I get what Cena is, but I'm not there. Yeah. And I think to a certain extent, that's where Cody is now. He's got the Homelander outfits. He fits out the thing. Yeah, we know you love pyro, Cody. You know what I mean? You got your move set. You got to hit whatever. I got no problem with that. But there are people that are going to have a problem with that. The guy never wants to turn heel. Yeah. Okay.
But Cody should turn heel at some point, right? And Rex, if you're curious as to how he broke his orbital bone in a fake sport event, he got kicked in the eye by Randy Orton.
No. I think it's planned out. I don't call it fake.
Oh, no, it's predetermined.
Yeah, I'm just joking.
When people say it's fake, just so you know, there are people in wheelchairs. There are people that have lost their ability to move from like the chin down.
Yeah.
That's
it's
not
scripted,
fake.
but
that's just,
they're still doing what they're doing.
Dude, he kicked the hell out of Cody Rhodes, man. Like, oh my goodness, man.
Oh,
it was nuts. That being said, Danhausen stole the show, bro. Like that. That was so funny, dude. I love it. John, real quick though, what did you think about the Oba Brock thing? Did you like that? Because I thought that was the moment of WrestleMania this year.
I kind of thought that was. There were people who were not sold on Obafemi. One of the things I've really enjoyed, probably more than the main roster, the last maybe 10 years, has been NXT. The people who've come through NXT, the moments that popped me the most were in NXT. And this is even going back to, Adam Cole. I mean, we're talking about Trick Williams came from NXT. And to watch Trick Williams start as, like a sort of performance center guy to eclipsing, oh God, what's his name? I can't think of
Sammy? You talking about when he beat Sammy last night?
No. I'm trying to think of who he worked with. Carmelo Hayes.
Oh, okay. But he also worked with Booker T, right?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's absolutely right. To watch him sort of go to that. And then last night, I guess they sort of give him the oh God, why can't I think of his name now? The guy who was glorious. The Robbie Roode entrance for a certain extent. Okay. The Robert Roode entrance. To see him go from a guy who they wouldn't even put on the mic to Trick Williams having the Robert Roode entrance of being glorious.
The next generation of stars is here. We saw it last night. Javon Evans, Trick Williams, and Obafemi, dude. Holy cow.
Javon Evans was another guy. They just said, he's an athletic young kid who can jump. Yes, those things are all true. He also has star power. So, yes, last night you sort of saw the end of the season and the beginning of the new season. And the beginning of the new season is like a guy like Obafemi. People were like, Femi is dead on the mic. Femi is this and that. Okay.
And it was really cool because the first hour of night one was on ESPN2, but the first hour last night, on ESPN2, right? So if you watch, and then last night, the first hour was on ESPN. So if you didn't even have the app and you just watched it on ESPN, you saw the Brock match with Oba and you saw the ladder match. And I guarantee you that turned some people into wrestling fans, man, because that first hour last night was perfect, man.
And if you actually look at Brock Lesnar's history, it would make sense that, yes, eventually, the same way he put everyone else out by being younger and stronger and faster and all that other stuff, the story has come full circle. Lesnar is middle-aged. Lesnar has had multiple illnesses and surgeries. So, yes, somebody like Obafemi was going to come along and say, you know what, pal? It's not 2004 anymore. I'm going to put you down and you're going to be done. And that was probably the single best story we got out of.
All right, Triple B wants to know their Vampy books. So.
Oh, go ahead. No, do
All right,
Vampy
so I
books,
wanted
sure.
to get to those. All right, so Vampirella 1, cover A by Lucio Perillo. Yeah, Akers, you're right. I have no clue what they're talking about.
Rex was the one that said, y'all talk about WrestleMania.
Yeah, that was 15 minutes ago. All right, so Vampirella number 1, cover
Join us
B.
in hour 3 for Pop Culture Grapplers when we discuss.
Derek Chu. Then cover C by Joseph Michael Linzer. And cover D by Elias Chadzudis.
I've heard this from the writer himself, Christopher Priest. Even if you've never read a single Vampirella book that he did, he says, read this one, perfect jumping on point, and he feels like he's finally, not that he dismisses his previous Vampy work, but he says that he really feels like he knows the character now, and he thinks that this is his first real proper Vampirella comic, if that makes sense. So definitely check it out.
He was quoted as saying when they talk about all-time Vampy creators, he's not the first name in that conversation. He's very honest about the fact that, you know, the work is good. I mean, the stories have been great. Everybody always has their favorite creator for their character, writer, artist, whatever. But a guy at Christopher Priest's level, I think there's an expectation that he's just going to jump in and be the man. And we've talked about it. The stories have nothing has been bad at all. But I don't know if he's sort of hit anything that made him feel like, yeah, I'm the guy for this now. And that's, again, by his, not me. That's by comments I've seen pulled off, different interviews he's done.
All right, we got cover E as a cosplay. Cover F is the blank. Cover G is the blind bag. Sorry, Akers. I saw your question and I have to think about that one. But I want to get Triple B the Vampy books because I know he's a big buyer.
Did Triple B say he'll be the judge of how good this is? Because I'd be fine with that if Triple B. I absolutely
should
cover
be. Yeah,
A,
yeah.
the 1:10 ratio cosplay virgin. Cover I, the 1:10 ratio Chadzudis virgin. Cover J, the 1:15 ratio Linsner virgin. And then cover K, the 1:15 ratio Derek Chu virgin.
Corey says he'll die waiting on the Vampirella from Mannix.
Maybe.
You might be. I don't know, man. I don't know if that's in the cards.
Cover L, the 1:20 ratio Perillo virgin. Cover M, the Perillo ultraviolet. Cover N, the 1:7 Chadzudis black and white.
Cover K.
Preston. Gotcha, Preston. Thank you, John. All right. Cover O, the 1:10 ratio Perillo ultraviolet virgin. And then finally, cover P, the 1:15 ratio Will Jack virgin. Oh, that's a nice color.
Of course, Vampirella looks better when she's green. That's why I love the ultra version. The ultra version.
All right. So then also out Wednesday, Thundercats and Silverhawks. Thunderhawks, number 1.
Triple B wants Stampy.
1P?
1P.
Got you, Triple B. Hold on one second. 1P. Oh, there it is. Got you, bud. All right. Cover A's by Ivan Tao. Cover B is by Declan Shalvey. Cover C, Marco Falia. Or Fela. Sorry.
Preston's also going to get a Vampy cover P.
Preston. Gotcha, Preston. All right. Then cover D by Alessandro Rinaldi. Then cover E, the animation art variant. Cover F, the blank variant. Cover H, the Ivan Tao Virgin. Then cover I, the 1:10 ratio Declan Shalvey black and white. Then cover J, the 1:15 ratio Fela black and white. Cover K, the 1:20 ratio animation art Virgin. Then cover L, the 1:25 ratio Declan Shalvey black and white Virgin. Cover M, the 1:30 Fela black and white Virgin. Cover N, the 1:35 ratio Alessandro Rinaldi black and white.
That's very cool.
Then cover O, the 1:40 Fela Virgin. Cover P, the 1:45 ratio Rinaldi Virgin. Cover Q, the 1:50 ratio Shalvey Virgin. Cover R, the 1:100 Ivan Tao signed Larry Kinney variant. Cover S, the blind bag. And then also out Wednesday is DuckTales number 12, cover A by Yvonne Bigarella.
You know how I need the Thunderhawk story to end?
How?
By them finding the Star Sword of John Blackstar.
Cover B by
That's
Francesco.
a deep Hanna-Barbera cut.
Francesco Tomaselli. Cover C, Carlo Loro.
Gyro. Look at that.
Cover D, the animation art variant.
John, I think that the Thunderhawks thing should end with the Tiger Sharks being involved. If anybody knows, then you know. That was like another series that was set in the world of Thundercats and Silverhawks. Let's get the Tiger Sharks involved, y'all. Come on.
That's a real deep cut too.
All right. So then we got cover E by Tommaso Ronda. Cover E, F, the 1:10 ratio Ronda Virgin. Cover G, the 1:10 ratio animation art Virgin. Cover H, the 1:10 ratio Carlo Loro Virgin. Then cover I, the 1:15 ratio Francesco Tomaselli Virgin. Then finally cover J, the 1:15 ratio Bigarella Virgin. And those are coming out Wednesday. All right, we have 3 giveaways tonight. First one is the Blue Falcon Dynamite cover sketch by Gordon Purcell and Mariano Nicieza.
That's Trobit's nice.
Let's go ahead and spin that wheel, Jay.
Good luck,
everybody.
All right, here we go. The winner is
the whammies.
Unknown.
Unknown. Congratulations.
All right. Then the second giveaway of the night is Batman Superman #1 was Superman, Lois, and Jimmy cover sketch by Joe Del Beato and Mariano Nicieza. Thanks, Alberto. Thank you again. And the winner on this one is Kenneth.
Ken Bird. He was in the chat. I saw a little while ago. Congratulations, bud.
All right. And then finally, courtesy of Robbie, is the Florida Hippopotamus Cocaine Massacre #1.
And the winner is Pop Culture Philosophers.
Yeah.
Hey! Congratulations, Eddie.
Heck yeah, dude. That's awesome.
All right.
Eddie, I hope you enjoy it, man. It's such a hoot. I think you will really like it, Eddie.
Legendary WrestleMania 3 attendee, Edward.
We had
I
so
saw
many
that.
books.
That's so cool, dude. He got to see the moment, man.
Yeah, you got to
We had so many books that we didn't have time for a recap. But all sketch covers, so if you are a sketch cover buyer or fan, go back and rewind the show. All sketch covers are $45 tonight. And if you buy 2 or more, they're $40 a piece. All right, so you can catch them all. Some nice ones. Some have been claimed. Quite a few have been claimed, actually. But if you're interested, hit the submission form. Email me if you have my email, and I'll let you know. And Robbie, what's the movie night?
Man, it is April 20th. What else can we cover tonight except for
Cheech and
Up
Chong.
and Smoke, the Cheech and Chong debut film, Up and Smoke. Perfect for tonight. We're going to have a grand old time talking about this counterculture classic from 1978.
I haven't seen that in years.
It's, dude,
Pretty
I
much
haven't seen
all
it.
the
I haven't
restaurants
seen
do.
it in forever, and it's just as funny. Like, it's so funny, dude. It's great. I love it.
It is.
There's a bunch of restaurants doing $4.20 specials locally.
I believe it.
Like 420 crazy onion rings and stuff like that. My buddy's hot dog place, the Doghouse, is doing something for
I'm
$4.20.
going right home because I got to be honest with you. I think I made myself sick standing out in the rain yesterday.
Ah!
Yeah, unfortunate. And I hid in my car, like in between games. My game was done by 9:30, something like that. So in between games, they
Well,
only
you
need me
can just
sometimes.
text them and let you know you're done coaching.
Yeah, well, I'm still working tournaments. I actually get paid for that. So, and it's my buddy's tournament, so he needs help.
Jay, let me ask you real quick. What is next on the experience? Or next?
Yeah,
And we
that's
got
right.
that great comics trope show too. Everybody go check that out. Help support them.
Yeah.
Man. They really
Right,
need it.
that's actually coming up like in 2 minutes. That's actually
All right,
set
so
for
I'll let you go, Jay, because you got to take care of that. I'm
No,
sure.
no,
Jay,
that's,
thank you
that's,
for
that's
everything.
he's running his own show. I'm just letting
Okay.
people know that it's streaming on the experience, but it's
Definitely
actually at 8 Eastern, 7 Central, not 7:30.
Yeah, it's kind of sad hearing that.
In this community, we've had a lot of people who've dealt with natural
Yeah, help
disasters,
them out,
medical
please do.
issues. People have always sort of helped out where they could.
Yeah, definitely help them out if you can. Because the flood, I don't know what from exactly, but see if you can help them out. All right, much appreciated. As always, I appreciate you guys. Robbie, have a good week. John, I hopefully will see you. We'll talk.
Yeah, we'll talk.
Otherwise, I appreciate all of you.
Thanks for joining us,
I'll
everybody.
be back Wednesday at 7 p.m. All right, peace.